Well, good morning to you. We are coming to you from Canada this morning. We're in Jasper Park. She said, just reading his quite convoluted. Anyway, don't matter. Actually, I will. I am going to show you the view that we've got of this place. Fantastic. And you can't see, but that is a bright blue bit of water down the bottom. It's absolutely stunning. Anyway, going back to where we were at the beginning of the holiday, so it was in America, Chicago, just done that bit, picked up the RV. We're now going on our first one. Right then, so we picked up the RV from El Monte in Chicago, and having seen the state of the roads, we decided not to bother to drive from the hotel out, but instead use the hire car to deal with the intimate little Chicago bit. Now for this holiday we set up our own map, which has, as you can see, 28 more locations, and there is the first El Monte one, going to the first site. Now as you can see, it's only 40 minutes, but by the time we left the RV site it was more like an hour and 40 minutes, probably because the person driving wasn't particularly fast. That would be me. Now, one thing you will notice is that the grass isn't very short. I will give you that. This is because it's only just coming into the spring season. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of RVs on the other side of that park, which aren't going anywhere just yet. They're ready though. But there's our beast. We haven't plugged anything in yet, but we saw this one and thought, my God, it's a triple axle and you tack it on the end of a truck. Anyway, enough turmoil for one day. We have a massive salad to eat. And so we're ready for day 2. Now, a couple of things do come to light, and I'll shed a bit of light on that in a minute. Google Maps say that this is just under 3 hours. And that's on an interstate road. Wonder what it's going to be like on Route 66, which has only got one lane here. And then compound that even further with roadworks. Oh, and also chucking the fact that my passenger is umpty 3 miles away from me, and it's so loud in here I can hardly hear anything. The phone, by the way, is a few inches away from my lips.
I think it will take you on down, doing it further down.
Needless to say, we did find it, and I did manage to turn this monstrous beast around as well. The sign, though, did make me laugh. Now, supposing everybody's waving at you as you drive by in your sports car. Didn't have any of that. Now, a couple of more things that I did notice. On the right hand side, you'll notice there's what looks like a little rumble strip over to the right of that thick white line. Now, I did find that quite amusing, and in fact I'll be quiet right now. That's because every time a truck went by it blew me over 1.5 foot, as you can see, as well as a really massive RV park. Now this is not one to park, this is one for sales, and it's huge. And so after nearly 3 hours, we make it to our next stop. Now, whilst en route, Fiona did mention she saw a sign. I didn't believe her, and then she came up with it again. Said, cleanest restrooms. Well, you never know. Are they the ones for us? And then I see this. No idea what this is for. And how about this? 5 traffic lights. And also a few more Route 66 signs in case you're lost. Ooh, now first impressions on this one are quite good. However, we are only here for one night. And okay, I hear you say, time to play with some more bits. So we do. We plug in the waste and then sort out the levelling.
Do the levelling.
Ooh, well, that bit worked. But anyway, after a successful levelling campaign, a strange way to mention disabled. And there was a load of chickens, or in this case turkeys, just wandering around the place. But anyway, we had to pop to the shop to get a few items the RV should have had and spotted some interesting wording. Either way, the next morning came, and guess where we were off to? That wouldn't be Cuba, would it? Now, I was beginning to learn that Route 66 had been replaced by subsequent roads, but that wasn't the case in every single scenario, and in some cases it came up with unsuitable roads for travelling on. So we ended up having to go round certain areas and through certain areas, and consequently that would add at least an hour to your travelling time. Now, another learning observation was that the service stations that were on the motorways, and that's the best way I'm going to call them, are not actually ones that contain any petrol. So for those, you have to get off at a local town. It's quite a bit bigger than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, this next section is just to give you an idea of what a chore it is to keep this thing in a straight line. Now, I'm not an experienced left-handed going onto a pitch for RV motorhomes in the States, so no mention of any blame will happen here, apart from, well, no, I won't blame her directly, but she was to blame. We attacked this very well, I thought, very nicely, but as you will see, the services is on the left there, so we have to do it again, but go around the other side. So, and now we've got the services on the right side. I thought it was quite good, actually. See, isn't it funny when you know what you're doing? And we never ever did this ever again. See, you can't hear any woodpecker type noises, but you're going for it. Now, that aside, this was Cuba. It was not a particularly fantastic place. I should imagine this would be absolutely horrendous being full. And just look at the loos. Okay, not good. Now, we're on Route 66. As you can see, it's one lane going one way, one going the other. And there's the interstate road next to it. Anyway, enough of this. We're actually going to a 2-site one called Branson. Now, this is, what, again, 3 hours and 18 minutes or 3 hours 10 minutes. But in actual fact, where it is on that map, you know, you can see where we started in Chicago. We've still got a long way to go yet. And almost certainly, you can add another hour to that. And do you know what? I'm probably not going to bother with Route 66 when the motorway is right next to it. But everything's not rose in the garden there either, is it? Because what I just went over was a bridge. So they did the tarmac up to the bridge, left it, and then did the tarmac again on the other side of the bridge. Another observation. This obviously had a set of one lane, and they've left the rumble strip in it. Bloody hell. It's not turning out to be all that much better, just more lanes and probably more traffic. Maybe it's best for back on Route 66, but it does offer funny angles, look, to the right, just disappearing. But having said all that, this is not a boatyard. We're in the middle of the country. This is somewhere selling boats. You name it, every type of boat there is, small ones with engines on as well. It just goes on and on and on. They must do an awful lot of sales online, that's all I can say. I mean, why would you not bother? But I think a rest area is in order, don't you?
Well, he's moving in as well, look. Follow the signs for lorries. Trucks keep right. Follow him. Now folks, you've got to be careful here and keep off the grass because you see it's so immaculate.
Go on then.
Hang on. There you go.
There we go. We're on Route 66. What do you think you are?
I think, yeah, cheers. And after that rest, we ended up at our first 2-night stay in Branson, which is a lovely little place. Turned out this was one of our favourite sites, next to a lake. And as you can see, nice pitch, very nice place. We found some nice neighbours who gave us a few tips. And this is owned by the local authority, so it's well looked after. Good wildlife, no idea what that bird is, but I thought it was really pretty. There's a free trolley stop which takes you to downtown, which is their town centre, where we found lots of different shops, including this one. More about that later. And you do get a sense here of politics a bit more than at home, as you'll see in a bit. This is a rock shop, by the way. This is Chuck and Julie, and we have stayed in touch with them since we visited. And yeah, here you go, see, you can buy your Trump merch here. But instead we went off to have food at the fish house, which was very lovely, including Steve had key lime pie. And this is a sort of corn muffin. This went by. We saw this flower. And then when we left, we saw more sort of Trumpy signs, but ignoring that and not being political at all, we did find a classic Route 66 icon, the giant rocking chair, and no, we couldn't get up there, I'm afraid. But anyway, if you've enjoyed all of this, please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell.